Alright guys, welcome back to another operaomnia video where we are going to look in depth with Garnet's LD weapon and what she got out of it. So, as always, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Also, real quick, I do want to mention that late last night, I did upload my Transcendence Lufenia overview for the upcoming Transcendence fight that is arriving to Global very soon. So if you want to prepare yourselves for a long series of battles, make sure to check out that video because it will give you all the details that you need to prepare yourselves for a very long fight. And of course, if you are wanting to join my Discord server, anybody is welcome to join. The community is slowly but surely growing and the server is becoming much more active. So if anybody is interested in joining, that link will also be down in the description of this video and in a pinned comment. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about Garnet's LD weapon, which is called the Wizard Rod. It equips the LD ability called Eternal Darkness. It recovers Brave to the party based on 30% of her own max Brave. It is a 5-hit AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack dealt twice, and it deals split HP damage. When against a single target, it increases the Brave damage dealt by 60%. It allows for 180% overflow. After the last HP attack, it recovers Brave to the party based on 20% of the total HP damage dealt. It recovers HP to the party based on 50% of the total HP damage dealt, with the recovery limit being 50% of their max HP, and it grants her one stack of the what is it? The pumice? Yeah, pumice Eidolon. I don't know. I'm probably mispronouncing. I'm probably killing the pronunciation on that. Special effect to herself for 12 actions. Now, the special effect, what it does is it gives elemental weakness Brave damage up 20% to the party, 40% to Garnet. HP damage dealt up 10% to the party, 20% to Garnet. Stolen and recover Brave max Brave overflow limit. The party gets a 20% increase, Garnet gets a 30% increase. Brave gained up, which is a good thing to have, especially with a lot of the Brave gain reduction that we have to put up with. The party gains 10% and Garnet gains 20%. The effects does not increase based on stacks. Each time that an enemy or an ally acts, it increases the stack by 1. When at 4 stacks, it triggers the follow-up attack. What is it? I'm not gonna pronounce that because I feel like I'm just killing it. If the follow-up attack, Eternal Darkness, and then it reverts back to 1 stack. Now, Eternal Darkness, what it does is it recovers Brave to the party based on 30% of their own max Brave, and it is a 5-hit AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack, and it deals full HP damage. That is very strong for a follow-up move. When against a single target, it increases the Brave damage dealt by 60%, 120% overflow. If that had more overflow than that, then that would be a very busted follow-up in my opinion. And then it recovers Brave to the party based on 20% of the total HP damage dealt. Now, before we jump into the LD card, I also want to talk about the other effects that you get from maxing out her LD weapon. So with the Eternal Darkness Power Plus, while Water Dragon is active, and you have to do that by using her skill 1, it turns her Brave attack into Deluge. I don't know how to put it. I'm killing pronunciations today. Yeah, it turns into the Water attack. It is a 3-hit Water AoE Magic Brave attack. It recovers Brave to the party based on 100% of their own attack. It allows for the 120% recovered Brave max Brave overflow, and it turns the HP attack into Dragon Wave Plus, which is a 4-hit Water Magic Brave plus HP attack. It allows for 150% overflow, and it recovers Brave to the party except herself based on 50% of the damage dealt. Now, while Thunder's Saw is active, I am destroying pronunciations today. It turns her Brave attack into Super Bolt Plus, which is a 4-hit Thunder AoE Magic Brave plus single target HP attack, and it allows for the 120% stolen max Brave max Brave overflow. Recovers Brave to self based on 50% of the HP damage dealt, which is not too shabby. It turns the HP attack into Hammer of Judgment Plus, which is a 2-hit Magic Brave plus HP attack done twice. It allows for 120% stolen Brave Max Brave Overflow. After the first HP attack, it recovers Brave to self based on 20% of HP damage, and after her last HP attack, it deals 20% splash HP damage to non-targets. So as you can see, just her transformations whenever you use her skill 1 or his skill 2, they really amped up what she receives whenever her Brave or her HP attack transformed into the water type ability, the water type attack. Like, they really kind of amped that up a little bit and made it so that, like, hey, you don't always have to constantly use skills. You can easily just use your skill 1, use the Brave or HP attack that transforms into set abilities, and then, you know, you can afterwards either switch it up between like skill 1, skill 2, so on and so forth. So they really helped her out in that, because I mean, when it comes to skills, like, she only has like a max of 10 skills in total, if I am correct on the amount of skills in total with skill 1 and skill 2. So being able to help boost the amount of damage that she does with these two abilities really helps her out a lot. Now, with her LD card though, it does the same thing that I mentioned earlier, except that it increases the own max Brave by 70%, and then it does everything that I said earlier. The call effects though, for 3 actions, the party gets 20% stolen and recover Brave max Brave overflow limit, and then 10% HP dealt up, and that's basically it with her call, right? It's just that. Now, the big thing about Garnet, the one shining thing that she got, is obviously her follow-up ability. Her follow-up is disgustingly good. I know disgustingly is not a word, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's a very strong follow-up. Garnet is basically the opposite of Vivi, because if we know Vivi, let's go with JP Vivi. So with JP Vivi, his follow-ups only activate whenever he makes a move, compared to Garnet, where either the enemy or an ally makes a move, it'll increase its stack up to, once it gets to 5, then it will trigger that powerful follow-up. Another thing with Vivi is that Vivi saps everybody's HP. That doesn't matter whenever you do the follow-up, it saps a little bit of HP, and then if you actually use this LD ability, then it saps a big amount of HP. So that's kind of like one of the negatives about Vivi, but of course, with the right team count, that's not really much to worry about. But with Garnet though, it's a complete opposite, because she is healing the party, she is giving Brave at the same time, and again, once reaching 5 stacks, she is able to do excuse me, she is able to do that strong follow-up. So she got a pretty good amount in just one LD weapon, which is crazy. And the fact that her skills, her skill 1 or skill 2 basically got a boost whenever you use their HP or Brave, their HP or Brave attacks is relatively strong. Now, there are a few showcases by Stimpy and a few other YouTubers, which I would highly recommend to kind of get a visual or an accurate visual showcase of what Garnet does, because like she really, like, she stepped up from like the bottom all the way up to the top. Like, she is really that good now, and it's definitely a character to I don't want to say that Garnet is a must. I know that a lot of fan favorites are definitely going for her based off of the comments from the showcase reaction that I did a few days ago, but a lot of people will pull for her. I don't think Garnet is a must, but she's actually not too shabby to have because of the special effect from her LD ability, the elemental weakness, Brave damage up, HP damaged up, so on and so forth. Not just for herself, but not just for the party, but for herself as well. It would have been like extra good if she would have if like the percentages for the party would have been the same percentages that Garnet has given to herself. But either ways though, I think it's just fine, because now with a lot of the recent JP units have gotten like any new units, any characters that have gotten like small reworks and LD weapons, so on and so forth, they usually come with these type of boosts for the party. So it's not gonna make too much it's not gonna like hurt the party or anything like that. It's not like you're missing out just because, like, maybe say you're missing out on like 10%, 5% or whatever. I think it's just fine. And I think it's fine that Garnet did get extra percentage compared to what she is given to the party, just because of like of her kit. And when you look at her kit, you know, her kit is not like, oh, Garnet's a damage dealer or anything like that. No, she's not. She's more of a, she leans more towards support and or utility. So, but overall though, I think Garnet, you know, obviously as a fan favorite, people will pull for her whenever this arrives to global. But if you are needing somebody who let's say if you didn't build up the twins, she actually would not be a bad option, because she does provide that elemental weakness, brave damage up, and a few other things that is slightly similar to what the twins have with their burst effect. So, but other than that though, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. For me, you guys already know I do have her LD weapon. I have yet to test it out because I am falling so behind on operaomnia content because I've been playing a lot of 14 lately. So but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Other than that though, that's gonna be it for the video. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch y'all in my next video.